everybody? Welcome to another edition of Box Seats. Your host, Frank Holder. Today it's Friday. It's the day right when we get ready to celebrate the weekend. Let's get ready to jump into it. Let me first bring up my man Talent in the building. T, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm Tiger Woods, brother. I'm Tiger Woods. I'm all good. That's Tribal Quest said. The tribe said, Tiger Woods, y'all. We all good, y'all. We good over here, Frank. Friday, baby.
There it is. By the way, I want that sweatshirt. We talked about you yesterday, man. I was thinking about that. I'm gonna have to cop that.
Oh, that Juneteenth joint?
Yeah, that's kind of hot. I don't know if I'm gonna wear a sweatshirt in June, but I have to cop that sweatshirt.
No, you don't have to wear it in June. It's about what it means, you know.
Right. My man Fig is in the building. What's cracking, Fig?
You know what? Superman, I'm back. I was down yesterday for a minute, but I'm back.
Okay.
What happened?
Nature kept calling.
TMI, right there.
You had your minstrel?
Yeah, exactly. My man Mike Sean is in the building too. Mike Sean, what's cracking lacking, bro? How you doing, man?
What's good, Talent? That is an excellent sweatshirt, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've never understood celebrating Juneteenth. Just never got it. I'd be so pissed if I'm an ancestor of a slave who found out 2 years later that I was free. I'd be mad than a month. That's all I'm saying. But the sweatshirt is straight fire. It really is straight fire. The hoodie
so on that note, I take it that you okay, Mike. Good to see
you. Yeah. No. Let me do me, Frank. You just don't worry. You worry about going to the squares. I know what I'm doing.
Sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. Let me just go to the squares. The next square up, Rodney Perry is in the building.
What up, Uncle Rodney?
Hold on. Is that Rodney Perry or Ron Isley?
Mike,
hey, it's all good. Fig he didn't have no menstrual. He had dookie. He kept having.
Oh yeah, there it is. Dave the bully, the business bully, has jumped in to join the show. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Cracking, Dave. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I told Fig to just get a little bit of fiber, and he went all the way overboard.
He went too far.
Pre-germ, Metamucil,
free-based it.
Right, you know what I mean? Over here, free-basing grape nuts, Mike. I don't know what's wrong with it.
All right, so
You're damn right. You know that's hilarious because the day before Dave did hold up that Metamucil thing. God damn you, Dave! You set me up.
We're gonna jump into the show, man. I'm gonna start out with T. Talent, you the first one up, man, because I got a crazy story to talk to you about. T, since you the first one up, I'm gonna throw it to you, man. Here it is. I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but Glenn Big Baby Davis has been contacted by Jake Paul. Get ready to box. They're trying to set it up at the beginning, at sometime this fall. And T, he's on parole. I don't know how he's gonna do it in the first place, but they offering him millions of dollars. And word is he's doing comedy, he's doing stand-up, and he's been doing a lot of stand-up around Boston too, by the way. And according to people, not only is he on parole, he's supposed to be broke. So I don't know. Look like he's gonna take it. Offers between $25-50 million. T, what you think, T?
You know damn well he's gonna take it, man. First of all, this is no surprise. If anybody who's on Instagram or social media, you see that Big Baby been doing some really weird out there stuff. He got a couple of videos went viral, Frank. He had one, and I know we gotta watch our language on here, where he's literally showing his ass. He's in a pool, and he said, I forgot what the line is. So, feeling very cheeky today. Then he turned around, like dives into the water, his ass up.
Damn.
And he did that for free. So of course he's gonna take this.
Yeah. I see him doing that too. Fig, do you think he's gonna get really quickly knocked out? Because he ain't been boxing. And Jake Paul, I don't see it, man.
Frank, I know you're a big Boston Celtics fan.
Not that big.
I remember when Big Baby Davis was playing basketball and he damn near got knocked out.
Right.
He had staggered over to the bench playing basketball. I don't think he got no business going in the ring, but listen, if they offering that kind of money, man, I mean, who gets offered that kind of money to go to sleep? I'll take it.
Yeah, that's very true. Mike Sean, the crazy thing about this man is I don't think people are talking about it a lot, but he's on parole. Like he's on parole. I mean, I don't know, man. What's your take on this, man? He hasn't been working out because he's on parole.
Well, I'm not on parole, but I am on papers. I think you can get I think there's something that they can give him a letter or something that he's doing it for employment, so he'll be able to get away. I pray he doesn't do it, because as much as we joke about Jake Paul's gonna hurt him severely. Like it's really gonna be some damage that's gonna be done to that dude. So, and I'm sad that he's broke. I didn't even know that the guy was in that financial situation like that after all the money, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he supposedly is. And Rodney Perry, the crazy thing about this is when he went to the Celtics game, the last game they played in the Boston Garden, he almost had his parole revoked. He had to have his attorney come in there and do some kind of stoppage to help him not get his parole revoked. So he's already on strike 2. So strike 3 is coming up. So what you think, RP? What you think?
I mean, I like Big Baby, and Big Baby might be the biggest guy that they have fought. You know what I'm saying? He's not a small guy. He's doing some acting. He's doing some comedy. He's trying to find his way post basketball. I would love to see him fight. And you don't want to fight no heavyweight, no matter who it is. True. A heavyweight can put you down with one punch. So I think Big Baby's like, look, let me see if I can handle this guy. I mean, he's way bigger. He might not. He ain't going to sleep.
Oh, he going to sleep.
Yeah, he's going to sleep.
He's going to sleep.
Dave, it could be.
Y'all believe in Jake Paul like that?
Yes.
Dave, he could be just taking this thing. So once he walks into the ring, like I remember the whole Mike Tyson thing with Mike Spinks. So once you get in the ring, your money's guaranteed. You know, it could be that kind of thing for Big Baby. You know, he might know he's gonna get knocked out. What you think?
His broke ass knows he's gonna get knocked out. But what we're not going to do is be politically incorrect on this show, Frank. First of all, there is nothing wrong with a larger than life individual, you know, having their cheeks out. Y'all didn't have nothing to say when Lizzo did it. Let this man be great. Like, is it body positivity or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, I'm no longer a 6X, so I can't really talk. But, yeah, no, when I wasn't putting my ass cheeks. I got nothing, Frank. I'm just going.
First of all, I'm about to say, Lizzo's a girl. I don't want to see Big Baby there.
Do you know that for sure, Talent?
Yeah.
Whoa,
yeah,
yeah, we do. We do.
I smashed her when she was Elizabeth.
Oh,
that's what I do. When I smash, you get a nickname. She Lizzo.
Okay. Next up, it's got to be the weirdest story I've heard in a long time. And T, I'm gonna throw it to you first. This one is definitely in the night gallery weird conversation bin. So T, here it is. NFL star Ricky Williams is changing his name, his first and last name. He's changing his last name to the name of his wife. He's now, instead of him being called Ricky Williams, his wife's name is Linnea Marone. He is now going to be called Eric Marone because his birth name is Eric, and he changed his last name. It's all officially done deal, done, wrapped, and everything else. We're talking about Heisman Trophy winner now, who's now going to be walking around with a new name that he's not going to answer to Ricky Williams, man. That's just what he says he's going to do, and his name is officially changed. Talent, what's your take when you hear about this, bro?
What you talking about, Willis? Let me tell you something. I knew it was coming. I didn't know who was going to be the high profile to kick it off, but you knew with all the new gender reveals that we've been living, you knew that this was next. Like, you got people, I identify as this, I identify as that. I'm not he, she, they, her, them. So you had to know in the fight for what they deem equality these days, that was coming. Because doesn't that fit under the umbrella of this whole machismo, manhood thing? Like you can't even talk to a woman with a certain tone no more. In corporate America, they say you mansplaining. So if a man is explaining to a woman with a certain tone, don't be mansplaining me. I'm like, well, I'm explaining and I'm a man. Take it. You know what I mean? You're talking to a man. What am I supposed to do? Yeah. High pitch my voice and make it cute? This is my voice. I'm a man. So now you knew this was coming because in the fight of what they deem equality, why does a woman have to take the man's last name? I don't necessarily agree, but you knew this was coming. So this is the breaking that bridge. This is the break of the water right there. Break of the water. Think about it.
Fig, you hear what he said? He literally used the analogy to mansplaining to change his last name. He connected the only talent could connect the both. Only T could do that. Only T. Honestly, what you think, Fig?
Man, first off, it's like they're trying to outlaw masculinity, and I, for one, am not having it. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be a man. That's what I'm gonna be. That's why I was born. That's why I like it. I like being a man. I'm not changing my name first or last for any woman. But I don't put it past Ricky, man, because this is the same dude that quit playing football and making millions of dollars because he wanted to go smoke weed. So he's full of bad decisions. That's all.
Yeah. Mike Sean, that's a lot of what people are saying too. But like this dude is a little bit, unbalanced, from the get-go. So no surprise. What you taking on it, Mike?
Talent is right. Fig is right, but I've said this. I have a price. I would like to make the announcement. My new name is Michael the Stallion. And I love her. So
that's your last name.
That's it. So when you book me, just understand, just introduce me as Michael the Stallion.
All right, that's Michael the Stallion. Rodney Perry, man.
Well, the thing about Ricky Williams, man, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to him for the last year or so. He appeared on Sam Jay's HBO show Pause. He talked about being propositioned by a man and allowing a dude to give him He talked about being propositioned by a guy and allowing a guy to give him oral. So Ricky Williams has been off the reservation for quite some time. So this name thing is just another episode in the Ricky Williams saga. So I'm not surprised at all. And if I'm his wife, I don't want him to take my name. At least if I'm his wife's father.
Dave, what is the financial implications you can imagine that this could be? Because his name is ironclad on a Heisman Trophy as Ricky Williams. It's not Eric Marion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Frank, what you're not understanding is my good friend, the late James Hanna, would say that Ricky Williams is nuttier than hooker spit, and he'd be 100% right. Right now, full disclosure, a lot of people don't know this because everybody thinks I'm from Philly. My family is from Philly. I was actually born in 3 Mile Island, which is just outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and my older cousin used to coach Ricky Williams in Pee Wee football, so I would go with my older cousin. The dude was stupid and nuts then. Okay, this is the same dude who went off to an ashram talking about Nyamwan Padu Gadada Mama Say Mama Sa, right? This is also the same dude who blew it with the Dolphins when he could have been the franchise. This is the same dude that every time he gets on TV, he says something so stupid, you long for the days of the intellectual stylings of Terrell Owens. This guy is absolutely insane. So yeah, like the good news is the financial implications are up for him because he's going to be embraced by the Rainbow Coalition and the flag manufacturers. So good for him, her, it. I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. It was nutty hooker spit.
Nuttier than hooker spit.
Yeah. Nuttier than hook. Okay, got it.
You got that? You got that?
Got it.
You got that, Mike?
Yeah, and when you spell stallion, I'm just gonna spell it differently. It's gonna be STYLE. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Hey Mike, here's your silhouette for your new Mike the Stallion.
I can't see.
Let me see it.
Put him on the big screen. Put him on the big screen.
Oh man!
Mike got the nerve to be a stallion. This is his kneecaps.
Hilarious. All right, so since I got you up, man, I'm gonna throw it out to you. The first thing, the next story is I don't know if you saw the end of the game. Listen, the game we're gonna talk about the NBA in a second, but I was watching Inside Sports last night and I saw something. I wanted to know what the bigger thing was behind that. And did y'all happen to see Charles Barkley get hit on the set with the T-shirt and everything else? You know why he was doing that? TNT came out with a statement this morning talking about basically saying that they're going to make sure they put stuff in precautions. Charles Barkley really got upset when he got hit with that. Set with that last night. I don't know if y'all saw it, but he got hit on the head behind the stage, and people are approaching. T, this is where we at. People are approaching people anywhere, like the on stage thing with Chris Rock and Will Smith and all that. What's your take on this, T?
Well, I think it was a backlash from something that happened before that.
It was
Barkley has to be careful because, again, we all do. We're men of a certain age, and the times are changing, and we have to be aware and careful and notice that the times change. So social media and cameras are everywhere. So I think what happened was Barkley went viral a week and a half prior. Got caught saying some explicit stuff, in a little break to one of the audience members, the live audience members, to the effect of, and pardon my French, I'm gonna go to your house and bang your mother.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, this thing went viral, that interaction with the liveness. So what happens is a repercussion where you're gonna get people to feel a certain way about that. And when they get a chance and get near that person, they're gonna do stupid stuff like this. Like Barkley's been around these live people forever, and people respect him so much. Nobody's ever tried him. But now that he went viral with this thing, it's like, oh, you want to, like, you're playing like one of us. So you know how it is. And that's why, like, Rodney, you got to take your hat off to guys like Rodney Perry, because Rodney has the guts and the gall. When he does his show, he has no problem going out in that audience, walking around the whole arena or venue and making them laugh and touching people like that. So when you do that, you open the gate. You have to command if you're going to do that. Rodney does it well. Barkley does it.
Yeah, definitely with that. Fig, it's a thing where people are starting to approach people on set. They're starting to approach people on stage. This is a door that's being opened, bro. I think it's gonna be ugly, man. What's your take?
People are taking liberties, man. But here's the thing: like Talent said, we're men of a certain age, and it's apparent that Charles Barkley has reached that point in his life where he's not the round mound of rebound that he used to be. Like you're not throwing something at the young Charles Barkley, but the older brand of Charles Barkley, and people, they feel that they could get away with it. Plus, there was thousands of people out there, and you didn't know who did it. And Charles Barkley picked up something. He looked like he was going to throw it back out the crowd, and you could hear Kenny and them saying, "Hey, Charles, don't do it," because Charles he kind of loose cannon, but. I mean, you can say something. I heard what telling you can say something to people and they can say something back. But when it comes to physical contact, that's where you got to draw the line. You can't physically grab and be throwing stuff at people, man. That's crossing the line, and something serious is going to happen because we keep towing that line. We keep getting right to the edge where it seems like something is going to happen. And I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop, man, because it feels like it's going to come anytime now.
I want to agree with that part too. Mike, Sean, bro, what's your take when you see and you hear what Charles Barkley did? Because people are approaching the stage, they're approaching on set now, all that, bro. What's your take?
No, we talking about Charles Barkley. Somebody tested Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's out of control at this point. And TNT, I know they want to keep, the broadcast out there amongst the people because it causes the excitement and stuff like that. But we've been saying this for a minute. Unless you're going to enhance the security and you're going to treat these guys as if that they're super important and you're going to have the security to actually protect them, I wouldn't be too keen on doing these broadcasts out in front of 500, 600 white folks or any folks.
They've been drinking.
Yeah, they've been drinking. And, Charles has been known to say some outrageous stuff, but that doesn't give anybody the right to throw something at him. And I think Fig is right. It's only a matter of time. Well, forget the matter of time. We already saw Mike Tyson beat somebody up on an airplane. So I think we've already passed the matter of time. Now it's just hopefully that it doesn't turn into something where somebody severely gets hurt.
Yeah, I think that's where it's at. RP, the problem is right now is that it's all happening on live TV, bro. Like, it's happening in front of us. And like Mike said, we've crossed that boundary, man. You know what I mean? It happened at the Oscars. Now it's happening on the set of TNT. People were laughing in a minute, but then you could see Charles Barkley really got upset, bro. Like, he was really upset.
He's very upset. He called me. He said, "Rodney Perry, man, they're doing stuff at me, man. I don't know what to do, man. I don't like the way it feels. And I wasn't mad. I wasn't bothering nobody. I wasn't doing nothing. And then they just he called me. I talked to him about it. I said, Charles, man, don't let this get to you. He said, "But Rodney Perry, man, why they got to do that, man? I ain't even." And so we had a good talk, and I think we got to the bottom of it, man. So at the very least, he'll be able to, take it, just kind of make it to the next step.
Yeah, that's what he got to do. Make it to the next step.
Yeah, I'll talk to him though. Yeah.
Dave, the business bully, the financial implications that can happen. And I'm gonna lay this out there. Somebody gonna get sued and somebody gonna get paid if this stuff continues to happen. Like,
why ain't nobody getting paid? Nobody getting paid.
Well, the thing of it is, this is where the networks need to be a lot smarter when it comes to security and liability insurance, because now we have a climate where people think that type of mess is okay. I know that Charles Barkley is not what he was in yesteryear when I was a huge fan of Charles Barkley, but this is a man who threw somebody through a plate glass door and went back to the bar and had 3 more shots. That's still in him. And that's when people get it messed up. I'm telling y'all right now, the one thing that I want every comedian, every talking head, every public figure to do is start focusing on your physical fitness, because I promise you, I do not want to invite anybody to come on a stage to try me. But if you'd happen to get your druthers up to do so, please understand that this here mic stand is going to give you your first colonoscopy.
Wow.
I just want to let you know, I'm giving free colonoscopies to the first person who tries it.
There it is.
There
it is. All right, so now
and real quick, Frank, Charles Barkley ain't the nicest person in the world in real life, so I really don't feel bad for him.
I know that.
And I can bring a lady on here who he attacked, who was a female reporter in Dallas. So I really don't feel that bad for Charles Barkley. Just want to put that out there.
And also, Frank, we also must take inventory of a second ass joke for the day. So let's make note of that.
I definitely take note of that. I got it. I definitely got it. But since we're talking about the NBA, let's talk about. I know. I see how he said that. The NBA Finals, man. T, you're up, man. And Golden State advanced to the finals. Steph Curry ended up getting the first inaugural Magic Johnson Award, bro. Talk to me. Tell me. First of all, let's talk about Golden State before we talk about Dallas. Talk to me about Golden State, man. What are you thinking about Golden State? Where are you thinking about they are? Is their legacy cemented now that they have just advanced to the NBA Finals? We're not even talking about literally winning the whole thing. We're just talking about if they advance. Is their legacy cemented, or do they got to win the whole thing?
Well, in the world of talent, world according to talent, they have cemented it. But unfortunately, we don't live in that kind of world. We live in the give it to me now world. So they have to win. And there's still going to be people that don't cement it for them, because it's America, man. Places half full of haters. Let's just be real. There's a big Steph Curry fatigue going on. Like, it's like we get tired of people for being great too long. Think about that. It's like we want people to be great for a certain amount of time, but if they're great too long, then the tide starts to change. You tired of Steph Curry. How could you be tired of Steph Curry? If you keep doing incredible stuff, I'm still amazed. Like, I don't get tired of it. Like my grandmother said, never ceases to amaze me. That's Steph Curry. So to me, the amount of times they have went to the finals, included with the times they won them and all that, you're cemented. Your greatness is in the bag. Now, as the team and the legacy, the way the fans are built, the way it's all set up with the fans and the hater country we live in, they're gonna have to win this one.
Yeah, they're gonna have to win it. Fig, what's your take on Golden State Warriors right now? Their legacy, is their legacy cemented to you, bro? How you feeling about Golden State?
I thought it was cemented already. These guys that went to 5 championships and five championships in a row and won 3 of them. I mean, and God knows, we talked about, if it wasn't for the injuries, they probably would have won all 5. Mm-hmm. So I mean, yeah, man, I think they were already cemented. So let's just add this one to. This would be the 4th one in 7 years.
That's a lot.
I mean, that's a lot just to get there. I mean, listen, people talk about some of the greats. One of the greatest to ever do is LeBron James. They talk about he got the 10, but he won 4. He got the 10, won 4. They went to what? This is 6, and they already won 3. So if they win this one, it's 4 out of 6. Why wouldn't they? Same team, same squad, same core. Why wouldn't they be, why wouldn't their legacy already be cemented? I mean, because even if they lose, they won half of them. They would win 3 out of 6.
Okay.
I think they're already done.
Now, Mike, Some people could throw that same analogy up to LeBron and everything, but I'm not going to go to the LeBron thing. I'm not going to say that. But people are comparing Golden State Warriors to the Chicago Bulls and saying that their legacy is cemented. How are you feeling about their legacy being cemented? Because just like Fig said, they made it to X amount of NBA finals. How you feel?
Their legacy, in my opinion, is cemented. And I'm not even a Golden State fan. But this is how they pick things apart. First championship, Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving were hurt. LeBron was by himself. Then they bring up Steph Curry can't be in the top 10. Why? Because the next 2 championships he won, he wasn't the best player on the team. KD was the best player on the team. It's the picking apart of what we do in society. And they will tell you that they'll tell you that Steph's never won the MVP in the NBA finals. So how can he be a top 10 player? I think it's cemented as a team, and I think his career is cemented. But then once again, the first thing they say today on TV was, well, if you put him in the top 10, who you going to take out? Well, goddamn, y'all. Well,
right.
Why do we have to take somebody out of greatness in order to appreciate somebody else's greatness? No, they're cemented. The man he's changed the game. He's done something that's going to change the game forever. The game will never be the same because of what this guy has done. And this is from a guy who's a LeBron fan and not a Golden State fan. Yeah, it's cemented, dog.
That's well
said. Tell him, Mike.
That's well said. Rodney Perry, bro. Rodney Perry,
let's start here, man. First of all, comedian Fig always try to find a way to weave in a dig at the great LeBron James, but that's okay.
I said he was the greatest they ever did. Like, what are you talking about?
We all heard it, Fig. It's fine, Fig. You can't help it. But look, he couldn't be more cemented if his feet were in cement, and he still would make the shot. Steph Curry, the Golden State Warriors, and again, like Mike Sean said, I'm not the biggest fan, but if you like basketball, you gotta appreciate these guys, man. These guys win games, and they do it in a team, as a team. Like, of course, Steph Curry has affected the NBA with his shooting, but you see more team basketball now because of the Golden State Warriors. You see Boston playing team ball. You see Memphis playing team ball. All these teams that are coming to the top now are playing team basketball in an effort to stay with Golden State. And so I think their legacy is cemented, like Fig said already. But this can only add to it. So kudos to the Golden State Warriors.
Dave, what's your take?
Steph Curry is in a situation where he is so great. Nobody talks about Del Curry. Steph Curry is so great that when Seth Curry got to the league, they said Steph's brother. Nobody's talking about Del anymore. The dude has surpassed his familial legacy. Golden State has not been this talked about before, Steph Curry. Like, let's just keep it a buck. The last time I talked about Golden State is when Manute Bol left my beloved 76ers, averaging half a point a game, and then went and led the league in 3-pointers at Golden State at 7'7". I didn't even know there was a Golden State Warriors. So let's stop playing this game as if they're not great. And I'm with Michael Swan 100%. When somebody does something, yeah, you did it, but you had this. Like, but you're watching from the stands eating nachos, you cornball.
And Frank, what's really sad? If they go to Golden State and they go to the finals and they lose, they're gonna kill them all off season. Yeah, the media is gonna have a ball killing them if they lose the finals, and I always think that's unfair, dog.
Yeah,
they should kill them if they lose the finals to whoever come out the East. They should kill them.
Well, but you can't underestimate Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Them two young boys are coming into their own. And if
not enough, they don't have enough firepower. I don't think
they got enough defense. But I'm just saying. But that's beside the point. But that's
true. Very few people. Great point. Very few people even expected the Golden State Warriors to get to where they are.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on because I want to just throw this topic out there real fast, and I want to go through this one rather quickly. T, What does Dallas need to do right now? Dallas, a lot of people were picking them last night to say, especially on Inside the NBA, saying they won't even get back this far next year. Dallas needs to make some major adjustments to get back this far. Brunson is a free agent, and he probably won't sign. As we said, Brunson's going to sign to the Knicks. What, in your estimation, for Dallas to make it to the NBA Finals next year, what do they need to get back there rather quickly? What's your take?
Well, first of all, Mark Cuban got to suit up. Let me tell you something.
You got to do more than suit up, bro. You got
ain't nothing they can do, man. Unfortunately, and it's nothing to the fault of their own. The West is a hell of a conference. And each year, those great teams, let's say like a good 4 to 6 teams that didn't get this far, they recalibrate too. So it's not like, that's the thing. It's like not like you could just recalibrate and the rest of the team gonna chill and you get a leg up. Everybody's gonna recalibrate. And with everybody recalibrating, unfortunately, they would have to do a massive overhaul minus your superstar player. I think you keep 2 of those guys, and you would have to really do some shuffling to bring in some star power players. And it ain't really enough to go around right now. I don't see too many teams. We can count on one hand the superstar players that may be making a move this year, and not even a full hand.
Well, let me just throw this out there. I don't know if you realize this, T, but DeAndre Ayton is going to be out there. He's not going to sign back up with Phoenix, and Dallas got the money. Not to say he's not going to go there and everything else, but I could see that.
Ain't enough though. Even with Ayton out there, like I said, it's not enough dudes on one hand with that star power, that difference maker. Let me say that. And don't get it twisted. Guys that play his type of position of basketball, you really look good because let's stop taking credit away from guys like the Chris Pauls of the game. They get credit that they do because they make other players look better.
Okay, that's your take. Let me hear what Fig got to say. Fig, what's your take? What do you think Dallas needs to do in order to get better to get to the NBA Finals next year? Because you got to go through a lot of teams to get back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, because the Clippers are coming back. Jamal Murray is coming back with Jokic, man. The West is just going to get tougher all the way around. I think what Dallas would need, they're going to need a caliber player like and somebody with a mindset of like a Kevin Durant, not Kevin Durant, I'm not saying Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant or Klay Thompson, somebody that could get their shots without a lot of ball usage, like somebody that could catch and shoot at a high level like those two dudes. Like Kevin Durant don't need the ball to drop 30, 40 points. He don't need to dominate the ball to be able to do that. Neither does Klay Thompson. You're going to need a caliber player like that can give you that kind of production without having to dominate the ball, because Luka Doncic is ball dominant. And maybe if Jason Kidd could get Luka Doncic to give up the ball and then get it back, or get the players involved first and then get it back, sort of like Phil Jackson did with Michael Jordan, because he dominates the ball for a long time, a la James Harden, and then everybody else is standing around. So it's difficult to win like that in the playoffs, and especially the farther you go.
Mike Sean.
2 simple things. We are caught up in free agency. How did Golden State develop this dynasty? They drafted. They drafted.
Yep.
They drafted correctly. Draymond, they drafted. Steph, they drafted. Clay, they drafted. Like, these guys are in the Western Conference Finals. They're not that far away. Yes, they're going to have to pick up shooters. They're going to need to surround him with more shooters. Also, Tim Hardaway Jr., I know a lot of people don't know this. Tim Hardaway Jr. was a vital part of that team that didn't play.
True. Yeah.
Like, he's a vital part of that team. You draft correctly. You get the shooters around you. And let's think about this. In his first season as the coach, Jason Kidd got them to the Western Conference Finals. Like, when you give this guy more time and give him a whole offseason to work with Doncic, and Doncic does respect Jason Kidd, and you give him a year, you got a shot to be in you got a shot to be in the finals. And yes, everybody recalibrates, but everybody's always like, let's just grab this guy. Let's just grab this guy. So you got a general manager that needs to do his job to pick up this guy that can help Doncic sit. You sit in that corner. You sit in that corner, because we know what this league is. This league is, can you hit enough 3-pointers and play defense? That's what it is. They're not that far away.
Rodney Perry, what do you think Dallas needs to do?
I'm complete polar opposite of Mike, Sean. I think they couldn't be further away. I think the Dallas Mavericks need to get Mike Tyson and have Mike come out there and just start knocking folks out. That might create an atmosphere where they could get back. But, we're talking about them making the finals. They did not make the finals. They're not getting back to somewhere they've never been.
They've been to the finals. They've been to
the finals of what?
The Mavericks have been to 2 finals.
Yeah, but not this team, Mike. I think.
But this team, what I'm saying is this team just went to the Western Conference Finals and and they just beat the Phoenix Suns, who are the best team in basketball.
Not the conference finals. I'm talking about the finals.
Yo, Rodney crazy. Rodney,
I'm talking about the finals. The finals. The Warriors just went to the finals.
I get what you're but obviously you didn't hear what I said. I said they're close. Everybody acts like they're not close.
No, they're not close because they lost. Like we ain't playing hand grenades or horseshoes. Close don't count.
Almost don't count.
So I mean, I would love to, and please, Mike, don't take this personally. I love your analytical, whatever the word is.
Analytical.
I love the way you approached that whole thing. That was beautiful. It was artful. You understand me? You're the artful dodger.
Do you understand that the Warriors had 2 losing seasons, and you know how they got Jordan Poole? They drafted him. Do you know how they got Looney? They drafted him. That's how you build a team.
First of all, Looney is an ugly man.
This motherfucker. I'm sorry, my bad.
Looney was gonna be there because he ugly.
Yo, first of all,
I'm not playing with you. I'm done.
Let me give Dave his turn. Dave.
Can we just be honest here for a second, Frank? When we talk about the Dallas Mavericks, we have to talk about the glaring thing that is happening on that team that no one here wants to address. And that is quite simply this. These players are not giving these folks enough D. Okay? D is extremely important when you decide that you want to win. Okay? If there's absolutely no defense, it doesn't matter how good the offense is.
Goofball.
What is wrong with you, Mike? Every time you put on that pink hoodie.
You just scared the hell out of me. You scared me for a second. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was my bad. I'm sorry.
Offense gets the glory, Mike.
Break it down, not get enough.
Offense gets the glory, but defense wins the game. Every time you want something done, you got to come with good D. Rodney Perry knows this. That's why he has 17 children. It is very important to have a very strong defense.
Not playing
That's
with
right. You got to give up the good D. And how about this? But that Bully, you make a great point, and you can't bring up good D without talking about the Ball brothers, man. And them guys,
phenomenal.
Them guys will always come through, man, to do that thug thizzle. And I love when you bring up when you combine good D and the Balls. It's always a good day.
Hey Frank, this just in breaking news: Mark Cuban sells the Dallas Mavericks on Shark Tank.
I believe he did. Let's move on. I just want to throw this out there. I don't know if you guys ended up seeing the news, man. Zion Williamson ended up to be officially cleared for this upcoming season. And rumors have started, just like Fig and Talent have been saying, rumors have started that he wants out. He's never said it, but rumors have started that Zion Williamson is wanting out of New Orleans, but he's officially cleared to play. I don't know if he's going to leave. I don't think so. But what's your take on this, T?
I wonder if you can't leave a city till you cleared.
You cleared.
Clear.
I wonder if he would have been left, but his foot hurt. You gotta wait.
Now the officially clear part to make sure he can be traded too. You know what I mean?
Hey man, listen. I said this a long time ago. Like certain things happen in basketball that kind of ruin the game for the future. First it was like the straight out of high school thing that got out of control. It took them a bunch of years to get it back under control. And then you got this team hopping thing, man. I just think it's out of control. I just think, and it started with Stevie Franchise. The man got drafted and said, "I'm not going to play over there." And they let him get away with that. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Stevie Franchise, I'm not going. And everybody said, "Oh, they're not going to let him in the league." They let them boys trade him because he didn't want to go play over there. You should be honored to be picked by somebody to be on the team. Zion should be honored to make it to the league. Now you know what you're doing those 3 years, those free rookie year contract. You go in there and you bust as much ass in that court. You put it down to raise your stock as high as you possibly can, and then have your pick of the list. Not just, I'm cleared, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
This man had a sneaker blow up. He done slipped on some barbecue wings. They got hurt 3-4 times. The man missed 10 games off a splinter and a hangnail. And now he wants a Supermax. Go where you gonna go, bro. Just let the saga end, I think.
Fig, what's your take, bro?
Hey, man, it's a new day. And then sometimes people complain about it, and then sometimes people cheer about it. He never did want to play with the Pelicans from day one. He made that. It was apparent. It was clear that this kid wanted to go play at the Garden. He said that coming out of school. And when he got picked by the Pelicans, he didn't look too happy. You remember he had to backtrack and he had to say, "Oh yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm on." But when you saw his face, you could tell that he was not happy with being with the Pelicans. But he's been there a couple years. He had a couple injuries, whatever. He's always said he wanted to go and play with the Knicks, man. I don't know, man. This ain't going to change. These players are going to continue to move. And the only people that'll be happy is when the stars pick their team. Because, I mean, as a Knicks fan, if Kyrie and Kevin Durant went to the Knicks, we would have threw a parade. Before they played a game, we would have threw a parade. Zion Williamson come to the Knicks. The Knicks going to throw a parade. It's going to be all over. Every news paper that we have in New York City area is going to be all over. ESPN radio, it's going to be all over. The fan, it's going to be all over. If he goes there, it's going to be all over. It's going to be like a parade.
Okay.
So, I mean, the kid wants to do what he wants to do.
Mike Sean, your take, bro. Zion Williamson cleared, wanting to leave a Pelican team that is definitely turning things around. What's your take, Mike?
I mean, I don't care. At a certain point, I've realized that I'm gonna use these players the same way. Do what you want. All you are to me is an escape. You're my escape. I get to watch basketball. I get to escape for a few hours. I get to talk to a bunch of my friends and debate about it every day. Other than that, do what the hell you want. But shout out to guys like John Morant who are happy where they're at and are deciding that they are. So I'm not going to put everybody in the same lump, everybody together, because he's trying to actually make it happen and make that team his team and make that his legacy. Zion has been complaining since the minute he got here. But I will warn you, Zion, Derrick Rose was also the hottest guy in the NBA. If an injury happens, don't ask us to feel bad for you when your ass is playing with the Sacramento Kings. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Or the new expansion team is about to drop.
The new expansion team or whatever. But do what you do. Get your money.
Hey, let's give a little credit to Giannis too, because he decided to stay in Milwaukee.
RP.
Hey man, the crazy thing is the Pelicans are good now, and you're jumping that ship, and I wouldn't even say this because I don't like to say good things about the Knicks, man, but Zion is making his way to New York, and I think it's gonna be a good thing, man. I mean, the Giants need a guy his size, and
the Giants.
So if he keeps eating the way he is, he could be a guard or end. I look forward to Zion making his way to the NFL, man. He's big guy. He's soft, and he'll fit right in with the Giants, man, or the Jets.
Yo, you ain't terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow that.
You're a bad person, right?
Listen,
You're a bad person.
the thing about Zion Williamson in New Orleans is, like Michael Sean said, we don't care. But I don't think we've looked at the fact that he wants the Supermax deal. He's a paper chaser. He's got his block on fire. He's remaining in the G until the moment he expires. You know what it is. He make nothing out of something. That's it. It's very simple. He's just juvenile in his approach, and I think we need to understand and have space for that.
Oh, nice. Well,
did you weave in juvenile? That was beautiful.
I like what you said that. That was beautiful.
Juvenile
Spoken like a true professor.
And you know what, Talent? When you said Steve Francis started it, I don't want black people to take blame for this. The guy who started this was John Elway. When John Elway got drafted in the NFL, and John Elway said, "I'm not playing with the Colts. I'll go play baseball."
But see, that's NFL. We talking NBA. In the NBA, we've never seen nothing like that in the NBA too. When he did that.
Yeah, I thought that was Eli Manning who did that. Who said
no?
That
Eli did it too.
NFL, it's fashionable to do stupid stuff. People left and played with the USFL when they wanted to. Like they can do whatever. It's the NFL. It's any league that let Joe Namath wear that bear of a fur on the side of the sidelines. Who do you think he was? And then the lady, God bless her soul, she's dead now, but the lady who used to own the Rams in St. Louis, then she came out with the fur on the sideline. Then it ain't even cold in Texas.
You up. So let me throw it out to you since I got you on the big screen right now, man. I don't know if you heard this, but your New York Giants made the news last night. Did you hear about this one? Steve Smith Jr., wide receiver, Carolina Panthers, definitely headed to the Hall of Fame, is now on the coaching staff and looking to bring his prowess to the New York Giants. Good move, not good move. What's your take on that, man?
Shocking. I thought he was in jail.
No,
he wasn't in jail.
Oh, that's my man, Rod Smith around here. Sorry. Like, damn, Rod got out. You know how somebody goes to jail, you don't expect them to get out. You messed me up real quick. I was like, he got out? Forget the job. He got out. Like I seen him do a viral video the other day about R. Kelly like singing in jail, and then the dude said, "Man, when he get out, that album gonna be fire." I said, "Get out." You ain't been following the trial. He got 30 on the first joint. He got 5 with him. No, this is good news. Because believe it or not, the Giants, unlike the Jets, even though the Jets have had a long way to get their stuff together over the years, the one thing they practice very well with is hiring ex-players. If you look on the Jets sideline, because to me that's the NFL, your sideline should reflect the game. You shouldn't have a bunch of what's that dude? Like, imagine if all your coaches were like Skip Bayless,
right?
Who ain't never did nothing, but he on the side telling everybody what to do. You need, the Pepper Johnsons on the sideline. You need the Carsons. All the LTs, all of them do. I see LT at every bar I go to. LT, get you a goddamn job over there. You coach in the bar, I got the bar.
I don't need no help.
Tell these Negroes how to drink. Go help the Giants. I think this is good news, Frank. Good news.
All right, okay. All right. Frank, what's your take on this Steve Smith Jr., man? You know how he was volatile. You know what I mean? He definitely was a hot pepper, man. That dude was fire. You know what I mean? What's your take on him joining the Giants?
Hey, man, the only thing that would make the Giants viable if Steve Smith could turn back the hands of time and get out on that field and play. And coaching, man, listen, at the end of the day, if you're a football team, you need playmakers. Playmakers. So what Taylor was saying, you can get them guys back out there. If you get LT and Pepper Johnson and them boys back on the field, and you got an opportunity. If Steve Smith can get out there and play, you got a chance. But as long as they got Daniel Jones, I'm going with the Steelers this year.
Okay. And you got the Steelers colors. Mike, what's your take?
I love the fact that Steve Smith Jr. because he's still young enough to smack one of these receivers. Like I like the fact that he'll step to these receivers if they're not running their routes correctly. And I like the fact that the man is a Hall of Fame receiver. Listen, man, they had a good draft. I don't know what the Giants are going to do. I have no idea, man. When you see these receivers do dumb stuff, and as a 5'7" person, I could never do anything to him. To know that somebody now is on the sideline that can grab him by the face mask and curse them out makes me feel good. Like, I wish he would have been there when Odell was wilding out on the sidelines. Because I think Odell might still be a Giant if Steve Smith Jr. had been one of the coaches on the team.
Good point.
Great point.
Agreed.
RP, Rodney Perry, what's your take?
Man, I've always liked Steve Smith Jr. Man, he went through some mental health issues. He's been very vocal about that, got himself on track. And, this is not an easy transition to go from player to coach. And there's a lot of politics involved, and he's been able to play that, man. And this is a good look. And this is the beginning of his coaching career. I would be surprised in 5 or 7 years to see Steve Smith have a team. So I said it first, write it down. Rodney Perry is in love with this whole Steve Smith Jr. idea.
Rodney Perry's in love with it. Dave, the business bully.
Best for business. The reason that this is good, and we saw with the Eagles when we won the Super Bowl, when you have somebody that used to play, that has an understanding of the game, who isn't that far removed, magic can happen. And I think that that's the case with Steve Smith Jr. I'm with Uncle Rodney on this. For once, his incoherent grandpa rants are making sense today. So yes, no, I'm 100%.
All right, last question of the day, man. I'm gonna throw this out there, and because the time is moving real fast, T, I'm getting ready to throw it up to you. Colin Kaepernick worked out for the Raiders, impressed the Raiders staff so much, and everything else. People are talking about it, but T, here's the interesting thing: the Carolina Panthers are now interested in Colin Kaepernick. If he doesn't get stuck on that, the Carolina Panthers are interested in sending him over also to work out for them if the Raiders don't pick him up. I think it just took one, and now everybody's going to start to come down. What's your take on this, bro? What you think?
Well, I heard some disturbing rumors earlier this morning. We got all excited about the workout with the Raiders, and the rumor has it was all for show because they're in the middle of filming a documentary with Spike Lee.
Really? That's what you heard?
So
I would be shocked.
Let's keep an ear to the streets on that. But I think everybody on this show is a Kaepernick fan, and when you watch how everything went down, he was dealt a raw hand, and his career cut way shorter than it potentially could have been. Any team to pick him up, and I mean this, man. When you really root for a guy to get a job and play, because his heart desires and he has that potential and skill, you just root for him. It's like the Mark Jackson. He's like the Mark Jackson of his position. Like, I just want to see him get a job, man. Somebody sign him. But if the man get a coaching job on the best JV team in the country, I'm rooting for him.
There it is. Colin Kaepernick getting ready to possibly land on the Raiders, but if he doesn't, the Carolina Panthers are now interested. What's your take?
I like talent, man. I concur, man. I just hope that they're not using this man again as another pawn for their own personal gain and whatever their personal feelings are, and give this man to make what sports is supposed to be, a meritocracy, meaning that the best player or the best person for the job gets to get the job.
Yeah.
And if they don't do that, then their whole system is a lie.
Right.
Yeah, Mike, he's been out of the league for 5 years. The Carolina Panthers are still interested because they still think that he could definitely be better than their starting QB, which his name escapes me right now. But what you think?
Look, I want him to get a job. Just don't suck if you get a chance. That's all I'm saying. Just don't go in there like there's a lot of pressure when you get your shot. Don't go in there and fail and ruin the legacy that you got. But I'm rooting for him. I want him on any team. But just please don't fail when you get in there.
Starting quarterback.
You just needed one more please in there. You got James.
Please.
Rodney Perry, what's your take?
Well, one of the reasons Kaepernick got this shot at this moment in his life and his career, like you said, 5 years later, he had his knee surgically removed. So he would be unable to take a knee for any reason. And And so that was a caveat. That was the NFL put that in there, that the only way he can come back is to have his knees removed. And he's had it removed, and the guy should be fine to play, but it's going to make running pretty difficult.
Hey, Rodney, they said he can't even have a knee-jerk reaction to anything.
You know what, Mike Sean? I'm glad you said that. He's not allowed a knee-jerk reaction. He's not allowed a...
And he has to marry a woman named Nisi.
Bully.
He can't date Nisi anymore, who was
I'm about to cut everybody off.
Besides
I'm about to literally cut everybody off because they're not giving me a turn.
It's okay.
Sam Darnold is the starting QB, man. This is Bully. What's your take?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope he gets a job, but I also want to remind everybody of Colin Kaepernick's hypocrisy. This is the same dude that went with Ava DuVernay on Netflix and said that the NFL was like slavery. So is he campaigning to be a slave again? So which lie is it? Right, I'm trying to understand like which part of it is. Oh, could it be that his Nike contract is up and he needs an extension, and in order to get that, looking like he's going to go play for a team might give him some more millions? Oh, and by the way, did we solve police brutality and the NFL's complicit ignoring of the conditions of black people by the police in America? Did we solve all of that, or did we forget because it'd just be cool to see Cap get a job back? Just asking.
They said he's not allowed to listen to any Neil Diamond songs.
We're coming to America.
Here we go. Yo, let's see. Talent. Tell everybody where you're going to be at this weekend if you're in the business, if you're in the building.
Well, everybody, if you're looking for comedy and you need to laugh.
Where you going to be at?
I'll be at the Stress Factory Sunday for Memorial Weekend, man. I got a dope live band. I got comics galore hit the stage. We're going to be putting it down, after party, all that. Homage to my girl, Sharonda. It's an official celebration to end off the month. Sharonda Rogers, the great. And come on out, man. You in Jersey, New Brunswick's the place to be. Let's do it.
Big, you up?
This weekend, man, your boy is at Vibes Uptown, Hartford, Connecticut, Sunday. We're going to be doing the doggone thing. The Beast in the East is coming to you. Vibes Uptown, Sunday, Hartford, Connecticut. Your boy is in the building. Be there if you need to laugh, like Talon said.
Mike Sean.
I'm all out of knee jokes. I'm mad. I'm gonna be at the Punchline Comedy Club all weekend long. Shout out to my man Kenny Williams, Teray Gordon, and we're gonna just rock out in Philly. So all of Philly, come out there and have a good time.
Rodney Perry, where you gonna be with that Ron Isley look of yours? Looking like
between the sheets.
Keep your jokes to yourself, Frank. No, I'll just say I'm here in the Bronx, man. They say that he won't be able to make any bread either because it needs to be needed.
What up, pump?
I got $1 million of them. Get out of here. All right, I'm done. Bye-bye.
And of course, Dave the Business Bully. Where you gonna be
man. I am going to be in Orlando this weekend at FaithCon, promoting Sell It Like Jesus and giving a talk on how you can sell ethically without getting on your knees in the wrong way. And then I think I might pull up to the Stress Factory with the wife to come hang out with the fellas.
Yeah,
I might have to do that. Yeah.
All right, y'all. The show's called Box Seats. Make sure you all have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Talent left, Rodney Perry left, but that's Mike, that's Fig, that's Dave. Thank you all for watching, man. We'll see you all on Tuesday because it's a 3-day weekend. We're gonna celebrate. So, yeah.
Go eat some barbecue.
Be safe, y'all.
Yeah, y'all be safe. Y'all take care. Talk to y'all. Peace.
Peace.